Kill la Kill is finally back on the global side of the game. And with it this time around, we are getting a ton, and I really do mean a ton of new stuff. We got buffs, we got equips, we got new events, we got new true weapons, and we're covering it all in this video. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, get some water, and enjoy the video. Look about the thing that everybody wants to know first, which is actually going to be the units. We're going to start with Satsuki, move our way all the way up to the newest unit, which is Nui. As you can see here with Satsuki's kit, the thing that changed with her is she actually got art gauge on her skill. She used to not have this. She got break resist down, which I don't think that was the thing prior to this. And then I think nothing else changed apart from that. So yeah, still the same old in terms of breaking and everything. Pretty much the Kill la Kill version of Roy. Next, we got Ryuk. Ryuk actually got some pretty solid buffs in this patch. And to do with her true art. Her true art now does 60,000% fire physical damage. It used to do, I think, 50k. And it also increases your damage by 100% flat. And then during break, you get 200% damage up. It just makes her overall just a better attacker, you know, gives her a little bit more oomph to her. And then, oh lord, I can't believe this one. Mako, the most broken character to ever be released. They buffed her a tiny bit. As you see here, the only thing that Mako actually got that changed out of her whole kit, everything stayed the same apart from the arts damage up is now 90% instead of the 80% that it was. Almost 200% arts damage up, but they're not giving it to her yet. Who knows? Maybe they will at some point, but right now 90% arts damage up. And then finally, we have the girl Nui. Nui actually being the newest unit from this crossover, never before seen on global, and she's bringing with her a pretty interesting kit. On the skill, we got the art gauge up. On the art, we got actual permanent dark damage up, which is pretty insane. And then with the true art, she has a unique mechanic to where everybody ignores enemies' defense, which isn't unique, but the unique part about it is that you increase one of your allies' art gauge by 100 for the lowest allies' art gauge. So let's say, for an example, Nui pops her true art, Mako's at like 1 art, it will give Mako 100 art gauge instantly. Not true arts, by the way. I don't mean like, you know, 100% art gauge fill. I mean only exactly 100 art gauge. So you could probably mess around with her, do some crazy stuff with that. As for her abilities, you got curse resistance, you got human killer, and then her unique ability, which is all allies defense equipment CT speeds are increased by 10%. And as far as the unit goes, those are actually all of the units that are coming in Kill la Kill. We do have, of course, their true weapons, which, you know what? Why not we talk about them too? We have Nui's true weapon, which Nui's true weapon I think is one of the better ones out of all of them. This thing will give you 50% dark damage up and damage to giant bosses by 50%, so technically 100% damage up in most situations as long as you're using a dark unit and you're fighting a giant boss. And then when equipped by Nui, you increase your skill CT speed and all stats by 20%. Ryuk has her true weapon, which is True Scissors Blade. This thing will increase your fire damage by 30% for 20 seconds. And then when equipped by Ryuk, you get damage up 20% and you autofill your own art gauge by 2. So it's great stuff there. And to be honest, out of all the true weapons, this might be one of the better ones, at least for the unit specific thing. If you're using Ryuk, I think you may be using this just because the innate arch is kind of pog. Next, we got Satsuki's. Satsuki's is, of course, true Bakuzan. It doesn't have any skill, but it has a ton of break value on it. When equipped by Satsuki, you increase break power by 60%. And finally, Mako. Oh god. And then finally, we got Mako. Mako, with her true weapon, gets true Fight Club Goku uniform. When equipped by Mako, you will double this equipment skill effect of battle. What this equipment is, you increase all allies' art gauge by 15, and you increase all allies' damage by 20% for 15 seconds. When it's on Mako, you're going to be increasing everybody's art gauge by 30 and increasing everybody's damage by 40%. This is probably one of the weirder ones out of them all because technically regular Goku uniform is almost just as good, except it doesn't give you as much of a damage buff as the true weapon, so you're probably going to be using the true weapon on Mako majority of the time. Let me just say, the way how you obtain these true weapons is apparently you're going to have to trade for them with rainbow gems, which is quite unfortunate. I thought they were going to be free to play. You'd be able to obtain them like from the event or something, but looks like not. So yeah, out of these, if you want to know which ones I recommend you get, if you're using Ryuk, probably get Ryuko's. If you're using Nui, probably get Nui's because Nui has like the most use, I think, out of all of them. And then if you're using Mako a lot, which I'm pretty sure everybody will, I think you're going to be upgrading her regular Goku uniform to the true Goku uniform. And then, oh yeah, because I didn't mention it yet in the video, you also can max luck all these units to luck 120. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the first equip summon. We're also going to be talking about the new equips coming as well, but we're going to have the first equip summon dropping with this banner too. So first, we got Scissors Blade Decap mode. This will increase your damage by 80% and reduce enemies' fire resistance by 30%. You got Bakuzan, Gakko, and Koru. This thing will increase your art gauge by 30, and when HP is 90% or more, you increase physical damage by 50% for 8 seconds. No star uniform is the 5-star heal here. This will break all allies' seal and recover all allies' HP by 200 for 12 seconds. Next, you got the Scissors Blade. This increases your art damage by 30% for 15 seconds. You got the Bakuzan, regular Bakuzan, 5-star physical. This increases your break power by 75%. Then you got the infamous, well, I say infamous, but the famous, the renowned, the pristine Goku uniform. Increase all allies' art gauge by 30, and you increase all allies' damage by 20% for 10 seconds. If you're new to the game and you want some AoE art shin items, bros, let me tell you, get one of these, get 2 of them if you can. You know what? Screw it, get 3 of them. You know, it doesn't matter, but if you want some AoE art shin, Goku uniform is really, really good. Next, you got Snippy Snips. This reduces enemies' physical resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. And if you are human, you will also increase your own BP output by 50%. Next, we got the 5-star heal, which is Guts. Increase all allies' max HP by 30% and auto recover by 120 for 30 seconds. 5-star defense, we got Ryuko's Bomber Jacket. You reduce all allies' physical and fire damage from enemies by 25% for 15 seconds. And then you have the 4-star heal, Nudist Beach Battle Uniform. Increase all allies' freeze and paralysis resistance by 100% and HP auto recovery by 80 for 10 seconds. If ally HP is under 50%, you auto recover by an extra 40. So out of all these equips for part 1, what equips are the most noteworthy in my opinion? Goku uniform, absolutely make sure that you get that if you don't have one. After that, I think it's a lot more nuking oriented for the most part. I would say the newest beach battle uniform actually does have some niche uses here and there just because of the 100% paralysis and resistance. But yeah, after the Goku uniform, it's really just up to you if you want the other stuff because they're mainly either breaking items or they're nuking oriented items. And now finally, we have all of the newer equips. By the way, some of these are specifically in the gacha and some of these are actually event equips. One of the newest ones is going to be called Ryuko's Motorcycle. This is a 5-star defense to increase all allies' fire and water resistance by 30% and skill CT by 30%. Really solid item right there. As for some of the next gacha equips, we have the Purple Scissors Blade. This is a 5-star magic, does 12,000% dark damage magic. For 8 seconds, you increase your own damage by 70%, and you decrease the enemy's dark resistance by 40%. You have the 5-star support, which is Nui's Dress. For 10 seconds, you increase all allies' art gauge by 3 per second, and increase demon allies' attack by 50%. You have Nui's Eye Patch, which is a 5-star magic. This will increase your own attack by 50%, and increase your own art gauge, and when used for the first time, you also increase your own art gauge by additional 30, so you get 60 in total. Next, you got a 5-star defense, which is Ryuko's Glove. Ryuko's Glove increases all allies' physical resistance by 30% and your own attack by 40%. Maybe some Saitamas will want to run this. Next, we have the Nudist Beach Robots. This is a 5-star physical, 5,500% water damage physical. You increase your own art gauge by 30, and for 12 seconds, you increase your own physical damage by 60%. Then you have the Rabbit Pajamas. For 10 seconds, you increase target's art gauge by 15 per second, and all allies gain a damage barrier that negates 2,000 damage. And then the final gacha equip, if I'm not mistaken, will be the Emergency Device. 5-star heal, heal all allies disease for 12 seconds, heal all allies HP by 200% per second. And there you go. I think that is all of the major stuff coming to the game. After this, you know, it's just nothing but login bonuses, you know, packs that you can buy, stickers we're going to be getting, all that kind of stuff. That is the entirety of Kill la Kill on the global version of the game. Hopefully, I will never have to make this video again. I've made it too many times already, but every time, man, it comes back and it keeps adding more and more stuff. Either way, though, that is all the information you will need for everything that's going to be in the crossover. Tell me down below what you guys are going to be going for, if you guys are looking out for anything specific. I know a lot of you are going to be going for Mako, maybe even your Goku uniforms, whatever the case may be. Some of the new equips actually did catch my eye, so I may be looking out for some of them as well, and possibly doing a little bit of some equip multis here and there if I want to, with some of the extra crystals I'm going to be getting from this crossover. Wish all you guys the best of luck. Shouty Summons coming out soon. Showcases for all the characters, wherever they're buffed, and all that good stuff will be dropping very, very soon. Either way though, fam, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your bro P. If you didn't check out yesterday's video, we actually reacted to Persona 5 being in Last Claudia. Highly recommend you check that video out. Or you can check out the other video, which is a great Grand Summoners video. Either one, I guarantee you'll love them. And oh yeah, before you leave, don't forget to drink water.